Hey guys, what's up? I'm Daryl.
And I'm Mick.
And we're Adamson Auto Body, and in this one we're going to introduce you to a man. He's a guru when it comes to fitting these windscreens in classics. Robbo from Windscreen Works from Toowoomba.
We've used this guy for 16 years fitting screens in our cars and trucks.
And we absolutely trust him with our lives when it comes to this sort of stuff. So let's get in, mate. Let's show these guys what he does. And I'll tell you what, you'll learn a lot with this man. He's very, very skilled when it comes to glass.
Let's just say he makes it look really easy to fit these screens in these classics.
Righto, let's jump in. We'll show you what he does. Robbo, how are you, bud?
Good, mate.
It's been a while.
It certainly has been, mate. Yep, no worries.
How long ago do you reckon it was when you pulled them out for us?
Would have been 2 years.
Yeah, it would have been. They've aged well in 2 years, obviously.
Usually I put a bit of tape on with a date on it to say when I did it, but we didn't do that. So, but
lucky you didn't. We'd be embarrassed, mate. So what we're going to do is get Robbo, because we get no one else but this bloke to do our screens because he's guru. Windscreen Works in Toowoomba.
Yep.
How long you been there, bud?
I've been there since '95, but I've been doing this for 22 years now, fitting windscreens. So it's a job and a passion, I suppose, especially when you come to doing beautiful cars like this one here. It's just attention to detail with everything. So yeah, pleasure to be here today and put them in for you, mate.
And you can see why we've got this man here. He's the best of the best when it comes to screens. We will not use anyone else. It doesn't matter whether we're doing a bloody, well, a dunger if you like, or the best one in Australia.
Yeah.
Robbo's the man for the job. So we're going to let him show you his expertise on what he does and how he fits these screens. And the thing is, like, there's windscreen fitters and there's windscreen fitters, but when you want the best, well, you're going to see why he's the best.
Yeah, so today we're going to fit the rear screen. I always like fitting the rear screen first, only because it's a factory screen where the front screen's an aftermarket, so you can get a guide on if the aftermarket rubber is going to be giving you a bit of trouble to fit it, you're going to have trouble with the front. So it's good to start with the rear. These were in the car to start with. They were nearly brand new when they were put in, not by me but by someone else. So they're nice and pliable, everything like that. So I've scraped off most of the old sealer that's going to give me a bit of grief if I don't do it properly the first time, sort of thing. So
they're not all crusty, mate. They're still pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, I'd put them back in my car. They're fine. They're really good. So, and they'll probably fit well.
Yeah.
In saying that, because they've been in the car before. So.
And the thing is too, a little side note, if you like, Robbo's a Tirana guy. You've got what, mate?
I've got an LX Tirana and I've got a UC Tirana. I'm doing up for my wife at the moment, so she likes the car scene as well. So, but I think if you're a windscreen fitter or you work on cars, especially these sort of cars, you've got to have an old school car yourself to appreciate what they are and everything like that.
Spot on, mate. Yeah.
So
righto, so let's get her in, eh? See how we go.
No worries.
So I'll stand back and I'll just observe, and everyone can watch the magic as it unfolds, mate. So all up, Robbo, how long do you reckon you've been in the trade?
I started in '03. A boss came across the road from me and said, are you after a bit of part-time work? And I was a landscaper at the time, and I said, yeah, I'll give it a go. Anyway, I started pulling apart a VL door, which is full of wires and everything like that. I said, I'll be able to fix that. He goes, you can't. They're tensioned with the... So anyway, I fixed it, and he goes, when do you want to start?
Yeah.
So, and it just fell in from there and everything like that. So it's... I worked at the wreckers when I was younger and started pulling apart cars from our own cars. You break them, you fix them. You never had the money to get someone else to fix them. So I just fixed my own stuff. Well, I think most people in my area did the same thing. So it's, yeah.
Comes out of necessity, mate.
Definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. So I do a rope, when I rope it in, to put the rope in, I do an entry point top and bottom, because they're a semi-wedge fit, not as bad as a Monaro like a HT, GK and the early HRs. They're a proper wedge fit where you got to push them into the hole before you rope them in. These you don't, but I like doing the top and bottom. That way it locks the screen in top and bottom. That way when you're roping it the rest of the way, it actually helps feed it in nicely without shifting across and stuff like that.
It kind of finds its own.
Yeah, so I mean you still got to keep an eye on it.
Oh yeah.
And
You get trapped real quick.
Yeah.
But God, mate, how many do you reckon you fitted? You wouldn't have a clue, right?
I mean, I did get $1 every time I've done one, but I mean, I'd like to have had that in the bank. So
yeah. It's like, well, you may as well shut your eyes, Nelly, and do it.
Yeah. But the amount I've done in my sleep and in my dreams would be.
And like you said, mate, big deal too. Like you got to have the passion for it.
Yeah, that's right. And you can't be nervous on these cars. If you're nervous on these cars, something's going to happen. So you know what I mean. So a lot of trouble with these old girls. A lot of people put this thick hood lining in. This is a beautiful hood lining.
Yep.
It's nice and thin factory type material. If you go to thick one like a velour or something, the screens aren't going to sit properly. It's going to be harder to fit.
Yep.
You can still do it. It's not a drama, but it just makes it a bit harder. That's all. So.
Yep. But to get that rubber to lay in nice.
Yeah.
Perfect for the job. This one.
Well, it's designed from factory to work with the factory fitted hood
Common
lining.
sense.
So.
You get too thick, you're going to have trouble straight away.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So, but normally, if this is a brand new rubber. The chromes wouldn't be in it, but because we took them out with the chromes and the chromes are still pretty good, we've left everything in there, so it should be a fairly easy fit with this one.
Yep.
Usually if it didn't have the chromes, I usually fit the chromes in after the windscreen's been fitted, then I can tell whether it's going to have issues or not, trying to get it in and out, then I can take it out if there is issues.
So mate, those chrome moulds, are technically, are they like a lock strip or not, or just dress up?
They do help spread the rubber out onto the turret and down the sides of the body and everything like that. So try and just the lock strip does spread it out, and it is a lock strip. So not as bad as say like on a Kenworth or something like that, where the lock strip actually helps lock it in. So you can actually get away without it. Yeah. So but
yeah, a bit of both. It sort of works 50-50.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So usually on these cars, I can just get you to go to the other side over there, mate.
Yeah, mate.
And just grab the end.
Yep, no problem.
And we'll just...
You tell me, I'm the apprentice.
Yep.
Just sit him down in there gently.
Yep, that's it, mate.
Good enough. You happy with that?
Yep. Now I'll just make sure I go around and make sure it's going to fit nicely. Usually I seal it after, but I think what I want to do is make sure that it's going to fit nicely. Then I'll take it out and I will seal it again.
Yep.
So okay, we'll take it out. It's going to fit nicely, so we'll seal that.
Is that its test run?
Yep.
You happy? So what's the biggest, well, pain in the butt for you as a windscreen fitter? What ones don't you like to fit, mate?
Jaguars, they're hard, and I did do one the other day. It was a newer car, but just trying to think which one it was. You don't do enough of them, but yeah, Jaguars and Valiants are one of the hardest screens to fit because of the way they actually fit into the windscreen. So the hardest thing with the Valiants, you put the rubber in and then feed the windscreen in, but it's the lock strip. You've got to custom make a tool for the lock strip because it's a real wide chrome lock strip.
Does that apply to the upcoming Charger?
Yes, that's exactly the one. They're a little bit more difficult. The fronts aren't too bad, it's the rear because you can't get the tools in because of the big wing at the back of it.
Yep.
So yeah, you have a little bit of drama there. I've done a lot of them, so I know how to tackle it.
Yeah.
But when you're first doing them and you learn and you go home crying. You just go, how am I ever going to do this job? But it's just technique.
Yeah. As long as you don't go home thinking, oh, I've buggered that up completely.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So anyway, so the sealer I use, if I've got a tube here, I'll show people the sealer I use so people can ask questions about it.
And that's important, obviously, mate.
Yeah. Now, Bostik went dummy up. So that's the one I use. It's made in California. It's specifically designed for windscreens. It stays, as you can see, it's a non-skinning mastic sealant. And it stays moist for the lifetime of the car. It doesn't go hard like the old sealers used to. A lot of the old sealers back in the day when this was first put on the road, had a grey sealer. So as soon as the sun got to it in dry conditions, used to go hard, dry, used to crack, then the water used to get in. That's why these old girls, if they used that, you'd have less rusting around the windscreen. So
good gear, mate.
that's good gear. It was only that I stumbled on it. So and there's not a lot of ooze out of it. If a lot of people complain about the ooze coming out. If it doesn't have ooze, well, it's not sealed properly. It's got to have ooze, and that's just the downside of having a rubber job windscreen. So, but this has got less ooze, so it's designed not to ooze out as much as the old Bostik. So you might see an old Land Cruiser with sealer everywhere. Someone's either put too much in it, or didn't clean up after them, or it's just oozed out too much. But that's pretty good stuff. It's designed not to.
It's out of the States, Robert.
Yeah, it's California.
Righto. Yeah.
So it took me a while to Google it because I couldn't do windscreens for 3 months because Bostik went dummy up. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they've just come back on the market. Someone else has bought them out and still calling it Bostik. So yeah, but
remember the old kits you used to put them in and heat them up with a battery?
yes.
Yeah, they kind of worked and didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people still want them done. You can still buy them, but they're not like the old kits.
They used to go as hard as a rock.
And you can't guarantee work with a kit because they're a leaking nightmare. So a lot of people out there might think, oh, kits are the way to go, but they're not. They're really not. So, but anyway, we'll seal this up.
Get her in, mate.
Now I usually try and seal it in between that area there.
Righto. So done properly, mate, she should be watertight.
Yep.
Yeah. And as you said, Robbo, big mistake with the old stuff. Lets the water get in, and next thing she's starting to rust.
And once I fit it, and I don't see a little bit of ooze, I'll peel a rubber back to see whether it's actually bonded to body to rubber to make sure there is a seal. If it's not, I'll just stick this nozzle in there and put a bit more in there.
Yeah, make sure she's got plenty in, mate. Yeah. But yeah, that rubber looks like it's still in fairly good nick, mate.
Yes, yeah.
That's a big thing.
Oh, look, if it wasn't, I'd just say so.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Can you get the aftermarket ones that actually work or not? Windscreen rubbers?
Yeah, they work all right. I haven't had a lot of dramas, but as I said before, I like starting with the rear. That way you can gauge what the front's going to do.
Yep, righto.
And I think I'm probably pretty well correct in saying that when I fit the front, the left-hand side might be a bit of an issue. Every one I've ever done has always had a bit of a bulging issue on the corners.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not the rubber. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's the body, the way they make it in the factory and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably a manufacturing fault.
Yeah. So in the corners, I usually just put a bit more in there just so
fill her up.
It can ooze out a little bit there. Righto.
So you want me to do the same deal, sit her in for you?
Yep.
And hopefully, mate, I'm not going to put my hand in it making a complete mess of that. And drop yours where you need it. I'm kind of all good?
Yep.
Just get my hand out, I don't want to get my hand in that.
That's it, it'll lay down.
All good?
Yep. That's it. Done. Righto, I'll just put the sucker on there and I'll just want to level it up a little bit. Usually I level it up once I get in there a bit. Oh yeah, come back over here.
This mate just reminds me back in the day when I was way back when we used to do these things.
Yeah.
You'd bang them in and out like it was nothing, you know?
Yeah. You wouldn't even worry about sealing it back in the day. You just had to get the job done, you know?
So the new screens, mate, like all this stuff now where they're all part of the structural part of the card, what do you think of all that?
Car wasn't made right. You got to put glass in, you know.
Spot on, mate, spot on.
You know, but they are stronger in the sense that urethanes and have come a long way, you know what I mean? So like like you look at a HQ now, we don't kit them in anymore. We urethane them in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we don't use kits at all anymore. Some people request it, and I just say I can't guarantee it. No, it's not going to leak eventually. So at least when you glue a windscreen, you should be able to guarantee it for life of the windscreen. So.
The old kits go hard, next thing they're leaking, mate.
Yeah.
I can remember some of those old girls, mate, you'd be driving down the road and they'd physically rattle in the car.
Yeah. Or they'd, on a hot summer's day, they'd just roll out.
True, they
turn to water, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll grab this in. I'll just move this. Like, never have tools in your pocket when you're doing these sort of jobs, because I like putting them in there.
Yep.
That way you don't scratch anything.
Yeah, you got to be mindful all the time.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of the time there's carpet in there. I usually take my shoes off, things like that. But there's no carpet in here at the moment, so.
I got one little fly shitter sealer on my hand, mate. Not bad, really, for an old bloke.
That's pretty good. All right. So what I'm looking for now is to make sure everything's even. That should be good. So I'll start off with a light pressure down. And then I'll do the top. Usually if the hood lining was a little bit loose, I'd tape it up, but this one's pretty good.
That rubber is quite good, mate, isn't it? It's pulling in nicely.
Righto. So now I'll get out and have a look out the back. See if it's... Yep. Some people put a little bit of, what do they call it, silicone spray around the edge of the rubber. I'd do that if it was in a panel shop. Put a little bit of silicone, just makes it a little bit nicer for the rubber to fold in a lot easier without stress. But silicone spray is probably not disallowed in a panel shop.
Yeah, for that reason, mate.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I can understand why.
Yep.
So once I do that, I'll leave a little bit there, and that'll tie. You don't want it to push right over while you're getting the last bit out. Now I can see a little bit of hood lining trying to poke its head up there, so I'll bring this down a bit. A lot of people try and do these themselves. This is not a drama.
Yeah. But it's
As
like
long as
everything,
when
mate. You make that look so easy because you've done that much of it too.
Oh yeah, I do it in my sleep, but if you're doing it at home, you want to pull it down as you're going across and nearly rub your knuckles on the glass as you're doing it, and then go around like that. When you go around the tight corners, you want to circle it. So
you don't cut into that rubber and tear it, mate.
yeah, that's right.
Yep.
There's no secret, it's not rocket science, you just got to take your time.
I think, Robbo, it's a thing called common sense, mate.
Yeah, that's right. If you're not keen on doing it, give it a go. If it doesn't work out, you can always ring someone.
Always ring Robbo.
There. Okay, so that hood lining was starting to poke its rear end out. Use the hook tool just to stop it coming out any further.
Mate, changing the subject a little bit.
Yep.
How many screens do you reckon you do a week, roughly?
Last count by myself was 40, but in between that you got stone chip repairs, 800 Ks that I travelled to do the jobs.
Wow.
So, you know, like, yeah,
You're a busy man.
very busy. So usually when I do these sort of jobs, I make sure that I'm not going to be, I try and make it my last job of the day, then I can just relax. Usually have a beer with someone afterwards.
It's a bit early, mate.
Yeah. But communication with the customer and everything like
Absolutely.
that, making sure, is it all right if I watch? Go for it, mate. It doesn't. A lot of people don't like people watching. Doesn't bother me at all. So
Yep.
I've been doing it that long now. If I'm not doing it right now, there's something wrong. And I'm sure there's going to be some questions asked on YouTube about
Yep, there will.
my ways of fitting, but my way works. So
It's a bit like us, mate. You learn over the years
Yeah.
what works.
yeah. So the chrome's popped out a little bit there. We'll fix that up.
But at the moment, that's looking pretty bloody good. She's
Yeah.
sitting there nicely, Robbo.
Yeah. I'm just pushing it down so the sealer gets a nice
Yeah.
bond.
Yep.
You can see just under here, it's just rolling a bit under there, just in there, and a little bit up the top there. So we just got. You can put a hook tool under there, but with this beautiful paint job, I'll try and do it by hand at the moment.
Massage her in, mate, you reckon?
Yeah. It just grabs the roll down lip. That's all
Yep.
of the body. So I might have to flick a tool in there. I'll get it sitting a bit nicer first.
It almost looks like it's meant to be there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Going back to the Valiant, the Charger, I know back in the day, especially those bottom of those windscreen openings, they were a bloody nightmare.
Oh yeah.
I know
yeah.
that. And if you get guys that have done rust repairs and made a mess of it, good luck.
Oh yeah. If they're not if those little teeth that come up where the rubber hooks in, if that's not welded correctly, the rubber doesn't align up, and then you've got to re-weld some, and it can be a nightmare. Yeah, a little bit. Just trying to get those little bits to come out.
Tell you what, a nice warm day would have helped too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it does help a little
Yeah.
bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's not freezing cold, so I wouldn't have turned up if it was too cold.
Mate, I wouldn't have got out of bed, butter it.
Yeah, that's coming out good. Yeah, I just got to try and get that chrome in.
I'll get it in, mate. I'll go and get a big rubber hammer. I'll get that in.
Righto. I think my hook tool's in here. No, must have brought it out. Can't find my hook tool. Must be with the rubber and. Oh, there it is.
Moss Vale Motor Group, I think that's a Sydney dealership. Might have went down through there at one point. But it originally was a Brisbane car, I'm pretty sure, this thing.
So what I'm trying to do here is not actually rub on the paint, get underneath the rubber and then flick it out.
Just catching that lip, mate.
Yeah. So I've got sealer on the hook tool, so that's a good sign.
Yep, she's sealed well and truly.
Yeah.
So, you know, on it, like mate, if, you know, someone said, hey, I'm out here at Roma, you'll go out and fit a screen?
Not at Roma.
Too far?
Yeah, too far. Furthest I go is Millmerran.
Yeah.
I do go to Clifton now and then, but very rarely.
Yep.
Most people come into town
Yeah.
because you've got to charge for it.
Yep.
It's just today's,
The cost of everything.
yeah.
It almost looks like it's the back end of a Tirana now.
Yeah. It's come up good. Yeah, it's rolled in a bit.
Do you like the colour, mate?
I love the colour. I'm an orange guy. I love my Tirana's Indie orange.
Okay.
So I do like orange.
Yep.
It looks good on a car. Really
With
stands out.
those black highlights, it sort of really makes it stand out, eh?
Yeah.
That's the goods.
For sure. I think that's in. So you can see here the chrome's actually come away from the chrome. So I'm going to slot that back in, but you want to tape up there in case the tool flies out. I usually put double EM in it just in case it wants to poke its head through the tape.
You ever turn up to the job, mate, where you try and fit one and it's been such a bad repair you just can't make it happen?
Yep. There was an Impala went and helped actually a guy from Novus. Went to Pittsworth, helped and put the screen. I said, you can't put the screen in. He goes, oh, why not? I said, there's no lip. There was no lip for the rubber to go over.
Wow.
Yeah, and the panel beater, they put some beautiful interior in it, beautiful paint job, and they just didn't. It's like, you can't put a screen in. He goes, well, what do I say to the customer? Just tell me you can't put it in. Things like that, no jokes. I've been to actually people's place. I went and did a VL Commodore for an old fella back probably 10, 15 years ago, and he said to me, he goes, it's been garage all its life, and I said, VLs are known for rust around the windscreen. Took it out, couldn't put the windscreen. You had to take it to a panel beater. All the aperture where the windscreen sits was gone. Yeah. So, and I won't put.
No.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you
You're
can't
dealing with people's lives
exactly
and stuff
right,
like that.
mate.
So yeah.
I remember back in the day, we used to do a lot of crash work, and the talk in the industry, all tradies get to know who's good and who's not. Yeah. And I can remember certain shops back in the day couldn't get a screen in, so what do? Shave them down to try and get them in.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big no-no for me back in those days.
Yeah. Better put my eyes on.
It helps, doesn't it?
Oh, old age.
Yeah. You're like me, mate, you're in denial.
So what I normally do is I just guide it a little bit and keep my fingers there, because if I prefer to stab my finger, believe it or not, than the paint.
Sacrifice.
Yep. Yeah, it's just not in there. There we go.
She's done.
And the tape is just security.
Yep.
Just
bloody hell, mate! The paint didn't come with the tape. What happened?
some of the new Hyundais do that.
You're kidding?
No,
really?
not at all. Yeah.
Wow.
Probably like a couple of years old. See, here we got the same problem here with the chrome. So we'll.
It's funny, mate. Some late model cars, you see the turrets and the paint's just gone. It's letting go.
Yeah, LDVs are the worst for it.
Are they?
They're all repairing them under warranty at the moment.
Wow, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, even the D-Maxes have a little bit of drums, the earlier ones, like the 2015, 2018 D-Max.
Just over the top?
Just around on the turret, yeah, down the sides where the rubber is. So
just letting go.
Yeah, just letting go. So
obviously the paint's not up to Aussie spec.
No, it's our climate though. Like like BMWs, you only have to get them 10 years old, and everything's like breaking up because our sun and the environment don't go well with it.
UV, she's a bit much here in Oz.
Yeah. And then you look at things like this. You might have a dozen cracks on a Tirana dash, but how old is it? 50 years old.
Exactly right. Yes, you're spot on, mate.
Made with proper plastics back in the day, I suppose.
Oh, the whole things were. They were real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even, you know, you get down to like your rubbers, like in clips and things, like even little speed clips, mate, some awkward ones to get off. You know, you could even bend the tabs back to get them off and reuse the things.
Yeah.
Today, they disintegrate in your hands.
Yeah. I have a lot of drama with doing MGs. All the clips break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All cheap rubbish. And you know, the weird part, mate, a lot of these cars today, it seems like the more upmarket they are, you kind of look at them and think, geez, that's dodgily made, cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Try and get under the rubber. That's it.
Have you done any of the new Silverados, mate?
Done two, I think. They're not too bad to do.
Pretty good?
They're just big. F-150s are pretty good. They're big.
Yeah.
But and the Rams, they're not too bad to do.
Yeah.
They're just big, that's all.
Yep. I'm right at the very present moment, mate. I'm looking at a C5 Vet.
Oh, yeah.
What are they like?
I've only ever done one, I think. You don't get to do too many of those sort of Chevys. But I did one for an old friend of mine, Brett Curran, a gold one, and it wasn't too bad. It was a T-top.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad to do. Just can't remember, but when you get to a car, when you've done them before, and even though, because I do that many thousands of cars and different types of cars,
Yep.
once you get to a job and go, I can't remember how that went, but when you get there, knowing what I know and the years I've been doing this for, you just go, oh, that's right, I know how to do this one. Most of them are just glued in and they're glued out, but there's maybe little technical things that are along the way, so.
Like a mould or a clip something? Yeah,
yeah,
so they're not a drama to do?
No, not at all.
It's
not
good
at
to
all.
know, because
It might be just being an American windscreen, sometimes they're just harder to get hold of. You might have to use glass for classics down at Narang to get them.
What's their glass like? Fits good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
have no drama. It fits different. It is different because it's not genuine, but it still fits pretty good. I've never had any problems fitting their glass. It's all pretty good. So
It's good to know. It's handy little tips to know.
I did a Monaro rear screen the other day for Cal's Garage up in Toowoomba, and it fitted perfectly. No drama.
So it was one of theirs?
One of their rear screens, yeah. It's a glass classic. It was a good fit. Never had a drama. Fitted well with the original, with the aftermarket rubber, and the customer got all the chromes polished professionally. So a lot of those chromes can be a little bit undesirable if they're not panel beated right. They can be twisted or they can be sprayed out, and you've got to try and bend them in, and if you've got to try and bend them, well,
These were the same, mate, these moulds here. They'd all been fiddled with before, and they were actually glued on when we got it. And I straight away I said to Mick, oh shit, you know, this is going to be fun. But we had just had to massage them a little bit so we could get them back on. But this, I think it was this one in particular, was hard work. It gets to a point where they've been just worked too much.
Now, do you have problems putting these? I've never put them on, but do you have problems putting them on after the paint?
You've got to allow for it when you paint the car. If you overkill it with colour, you've got trouble. So what we like to do a lot of the times, little trick, you prime it up, get it to where it needs to be. Then if you're going to throw a couple of coats of colour on or another coat of primer, we'll mask that off. So you don't overkill it until it comes time for your final colour. And then peel it off.
A coat on it.
As long as you've got enough that it's protected, you're pretty right.
Righto.
Because a couple of 2 or 3 coats can change everything.
I remember a fella I tried helping him put them on. I said, oh, I'm going to bend these, so I didn't help him. He said, you might have to get the panel beater to have a look. Might have put too much, because I'd gather that's what it was, too much paint. So
because there's really no tolerance in these things.
No, not at all. So yeah.
That looks bloody good. That looks
Yeah.
sat in there nicely, Robbo.
Done.
Very good.
Bit of a clean up. Usually with the clean up, I usually try and use a plastic stick like this one here. It's a few years old, it's about 10 years old, this thing, so these are like liquid gold for us panel beaters, windscreen fitters. As you can see, it probably was another inch longer, but it's just a plastic stick, doesn't damage the paint.
Yep.
Take your time and
Get the excess.
yeah, just get the excess, that's the rubber. People often ask me what they do to clean the end result up, like the bits like that up. Kero's the best thing. Don't use terps, don't use thinners or anything.
Petrol or any of that.
Yeah, just use Kero. It doesn't hurt the paint. It actually does look after the paint to a certain degree.
Yep.
Even grease and wax remover, don't use it.
Yeah.
We've still got to seal glass to rubber yet, but I just want to just tidy this up and then we'll put the front end, then we'll do it all at once.
Yep.
Okay, we've finished the rear screen, we've sealed it body to rubber and glass to rubber now. We didn't show that on the video only because of time factors and everything like that. We want to show you the front one as well. So, but as you can see, it's come up a treat. Probably just needs a final clean when the car gets cleaned and buffed. The screens need a thorough going over and that. So, but it came up really well, fits well, and I don't think there's going to be any problems with it. So,
No, it looks good, mate. Yeah, sitting in really nice actually. But yeah, like you said, when the thing gets a final detail,
Yep, no worries.
Yeah, no.
But
Front one now?
Yep, front one. So we'll just go over and give her a bit of a clean.
So what do you recommend as what you're putting on there? What's a good...
Well, I've got a generic stuff I use, but the stuff I like to use on these older cars is I use Bowden's. Most Bowden's products don't have salts in it. So, well, I went to an open day there and he told us all about them, and everyone has their stuff they use, but that's what I prefer. I just think it comes up really shiny, streak free.
Yep.
And it comes up a treat. So
no salt in it, eh?
Yeah, a lot of polishes have salt in it, like a salt compound of some sort. He made sure that there was no salts in it. He's tested a lot of different products over the years, and he said that most of them, or 99% of them, have got salts in their compounds and everything like that. So, he doesn't use ammonias and stuff like that in them, where most windscreen cleaners have got ammonias and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, probably tend to get a bit acidic.
Yeah. And if you are spraying after you've finished the windscreen and you get that drift over, it probably can mark the car being ammonia.
Good
point.
point.
Just like spraying thinners on a car, I suppose.
So it's Bowden's? That's
that Bowden's. It's just in a generic bottle, so people don't keep on asking me the question, what do you use, you know?
Yeah. So where can you, if anyone out there that wants to know?
Yeah, super cheap and Autobahn, they all sell it, or if you want to take a drive, go up to Bowden's shop himself. It's to an open day. They have a few open days there, just Google it, they're pretty good.
So where's that, mate?
Sunshine Coast.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
They're on a Sunshine Coast. There's a few cars there you can have a look at and stuff like that. Not as good as it used to be, but it's a good day. We go there with the Tirana Club when we get a chance. So,
righto.
Yeah, so.
Well, there you go. So that's, if you want some good glass cleaner, that's obviously going to be pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so it's what I like using. Everyone else has their own little
preference,
you know. They might say, oh, I like using so and so. That's fine. Each to their own.
That's it.
Righto. Same with the rear. I'll use the rope. Using a rope that's not too fat and not too skinny. If it's too skinny, it will tear the rubber. If it's too fat, well, not going to go in as nice as what you would like.
Yeah.
And you can get a proper tool, but I just use nozzles out of the sealer guns, and it's just an easy way of doing it.
Makes sense to me, mate. That works.
As you can see, we've cleaned most of the old sealer off. We didn't show that because it's a little bit time consuming, so.
So when you, Robbo, when you start, well, you got your points there, top and bottom with that rope. What's that about, mate? This concept.
Yeah, well, why I do that? A lot of people don't do it. I do it because once you start there and then start there, it actually wedges the screen into the center point of where you're going. So once you got it, and then it doesn't shift. But if you just roping the bottom in, you don't have the weight, because there's such a light screen, you don't have the weight to hold it in there. So I do top and bottom. When you're doing a big rope in truck, you got the weight of the glass and the rubber, and it's standing nearly straight up, so you got the weight on the bottom, so they don't usually shift. But these can shift pretty quickly without you even noticing. You only need 2 or 3 mil, and it'll be too tight on one side and too loose on the other. So you just got to make sure.
So when you were doing a big screen, for instance, where would you start?
Always in the middle. Some people start on the edge. I don't know why. I've always been taught to start in the middle. Work your way along the bottom. Once you work your way from the bottom across, before I go too far, I start at the top, and then you just work your way to the edges. And once you get to the edges, don't go right to the corner. Stay back a bit. If you put it right there, it's a good pressure point there. It could crack.
Yep.
So I just go to about there, and same with the top. Get out, have a look on the outside, make sure it's all in correctly, because if it's not in correctly, then you can do some adjustments before you tighten it all up. So more or less. So
but yeah, that's a clever way to do that.
Yeah,
it kind of works its way in. It helps it pull in. Yeah,
it just makes it nice and tight, stop it moving around on you, because as you're roping this, it's shifting upwards. As you're going back, it's shifting upwards that way. So, and then you got to try and push the rubber down. Once you've got the rubber down there and the rubber up the top and the turret, it just locks it in a bit better for you.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, well, we'll do a dry fit. I'll get you to grab that, mate.
Alrighty.
Stand her up. Yep. And you go around and I'll...
Alrighty.
Just making sure it's all gonna sit in there nicely. See if there's any imperfections in the rubber that you can sort out before you're putting it back in. So as I said, most of the GDR XU1s, even standard LC, LJ Terrans, I've always had a drama with the rubber on this side.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, whether it's a fault from factory. I've had to cut fins off the inside, like the flaps on the inside of the rubber where you don't see, just so it's not so tight. But this looks like it's going to fit okay, so the panel beater must have been done right.
Like I said, mate, fluked one.
Yeah. All right. What I want to do is just...
Yeah, it's interesting, you're saying there earlier about the actual sealers, like, the old Boss stick back in the day. I thought they were still in business.
Yeah. All the windscreen fitters out there would know that they're going dummy up. So, yeah, it's a shame.
It is, sad fact. A lot of businesses today.
Well, they're back in business now, because I rang Seedles the other day and they said they got them in stock, but I'm going to stick with the stuff I've got here.
Right.
I find it's a lot better. I noticed with the old Boss stick, it keeps on oozing out even after I've fitted it, and you have a look at that, there won't be any ooze at the moment.
Really good product.
Yeah. You will get ooze on a hot day.
Yeah.
Just use a bit of Kero and a rag with a nice, if you've got a fingernail, otherwise a plastic chick stick.
Yep.
And it cleans it up nicely.
Yep. Yeah, that looks, it kind of, you know, when you look at the texture of that, it looks like, you know, it's a good product. It's really going to lay down nice.
Yeah, it does, mate. And it stays moist so it doesn't crack.
Yeah, that's good.
And I can guarantee that.
It's really good. Yeah, back in the day, like the old stuff used to go hard.
Yep.
And yeah, next thing you got a leak.
Sometimes you couldn't get the screen out without destroying the rubber.
Yeah, correct.
It goes that hard.
You know, that's a good thing, that.
I don't know what other screen fitters do out there, but on these, if you bring the camera over to there, you can see there, if water gets in, it's going to sit there. There's no way for it to get out.
It's trapped, yeah.
So I seal all the way around. Some Hiluxes have got gutters. They're a dry seal. You don't need to seal them, but these I seal all the way around. A lot of old cars I do seal all the way around. That way water doesn't get in. But if there's a drain hole along the bottom of the cowl panel there, some people still seal it, but you don't have to seal the bottom because there's drain holes.
Right.
So, but that's why I seal all the way around.
Yep.
So if someone says, you know, why are you sealing the bottom? Well, you've really got to on these.
Yep.
Otherwise water will just sit there, and that's the reason why they do rust.
Oh, just want to get that where it needs to be. Get my hand out of the way. How are we, Robbo? What do you reckon? Pretty good?
Yep. That's it. Did you get any on your hand that time? A little
Mate.
bit. Yeah. It's,
I don't think I buggered it up too much, did I?
no. Fine, mate. It's fine. It's always good to get a hand in.
Oh, yeah.
That way nothing can happen.
Guide her in a bit.
Yeah. Just make sure that's right. I usually just make sure it's in the right place. It's just a normal thing to do, and then once I get inside I'll make sure it's in the halfway point, so both corners are matching.
Yep.
So I'll find my hook tool.
Yeah, as it comes to the end, you want it just to go plop, in she
I'll
goes.
just move that trolley so
Out of the
we
way,
can
mate.
open the door. Same thing, put the hook tool on the ground. I'm just making sure I've got the right distance on there. Sometimes the rubber can have a little bit of a whoop-de-doo in it being in the bag when you get them from Rare Spares. Like, you can just sort of see there, it's just out a little bit, but I'm not worried about that. It might have been the way it was sitting in the bag or whatever. Okay, everything looks good. Right. Again, I'll just give it a wobble up and down, just up and down, just so I can wedge it in. And without doing it too hard, you can grab the sucker and just pull down like that, just to tie it in a little bit. Just pulling the rubber in. It's a bit tighter, this one. Righto. I'll go along a little bit more and I'll get out and give her a bit of a tap. I always tap the bottom first. Yeah, she's a bit tight. You can hear it in the glass. Gee, she's a nice orange.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I like it. Once she's all together in detail, it's going to look trick, mate.
Yeah, it really looked nice, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that owns it, he'd have to be fairly happy, I think, with what he's getting.
Be nice sitting in my driveway.
Yeah. It's, you know, for us, for Mick and I too, mate, it's a good feeling. You know you've done a good job, you know.
Yeah.
And the old, you know, sort of principle, I suppose, if you're not going to do it properly, why bother?
Yeah, that's right. And a father and son relationship in the same business has got common goals. It's great.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm pretty lucky with
Yeah.
Mick, mate. You know, he's really good. He's a good tradesman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You taught him well, mate?
Yeah, he's a bit of a natural though too, you know. I showed him a few tricks along the way.
People get the wrong idea, you're going to crack the screen. Not the way I slap. If you slap, drag your hand down, like that. That way you're not putting force straight into the glass, you actually slap it downward. And the same with the bottom.
It's getting a bit of an impact, but not.
Yeah. And you can hear it in the glass if it's too tight.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
The back one was a lot easier to go in. This one's a little bit tighter.
Yep.
And we'll just leave that one there. Try and do them at the same time. There we go, done. Make sure it's all sitting under. Hood lining, just keeping it out a little bit.
So far, so good. It's looking, you know, it's actually laying in there pretty good, mate.
Yeah, you can just see here, the rubber wants to fold underneath itself there. So you can see there, that's where there can be some dramas, but I'll be able to sort that out. I'll press it down and massage it a little bit. It should be fine.
As you're saying, that left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be just, well, from the factory, they couldn't have been spot on there.
Yeah.
What's the one car, Robbo, that you dread turning up to fit a screen to?
Oh, there's probably a couple out there, but they're all jobs. They've got to be done. You know, like
Correct.
You take the good with the bad.
You do.
And hopefully you don't get too many bads against the goods, you know. So yeah, it's there's a few. Some of the new cars are really getting technical with the cameras and everything like that. So it's not just you ring me, can you fit a screen to the Tirana? Yep, no worries, I'll be down there at so and so time. With these new screens, you got to go, yep, this is the price, and then they got to try and talk to their husbands because it's over $1,000 for a windscreen, and then they book it in, and then you got to book the recalibration in it. There's a lot more involved with the new screens. I do it all day, every day, but it's just, it takes a lot of time, and then they go, oh geez, that's dear, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just the price of the screens. Everything's gone up in Australia, around the world, and
crazy, isn't it? Mate, what are some of the most expensive screens now?
Oh, I did a Jeep Cherokee at the start of the year, and it was $7,500.
What?
I did a Range Rover Discovery. I think it was with the recalibration, everything. It was close to 10 grand. So yeah, and a Dodge Ram. The new Dodge Rams. If you got to go to Black Isuzu, I think they're around the 10 grand
For a windscreen?
for a windscreen. That's it. So and
My brain can't even comprehend that.
no. So
For a bit of glass?
yeah, but once they come out on the aftermarket, those Dodge Rams and all those steer screens, once they're all aftermarket, they're a lot cheaper. So Kias and Mitsubishis, they're $3.5 grand a screen. So believe it or not, the cheapest ones are Toyotas and Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, they're only like
Go figure.
$1,200 to $1,800 for a full detailed screen, you know.
Wow. But 10 grand for a bit of glass.
Yeah,
mate,
I know,
that's
mate.
a little bit outrageous.
Back when I first started, you'd think you're nuts.
You would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Look at this, guys. That's unreal. New cars don't even close like that, mate.
I don't know, I must have done something right, mate.
Yeah.
Don't know, it worked out, but anyway, it's yeah. Well, in saying that though, mate, that was the plan from the day we started on the car. That's what we wanted at the end.
Yeah, yeah. And you got it, mate. You got it. It looks bloody good.
No, thanks, mate.
Well, these corners are sitting trick. You can see there, like, I'd say it's they curve them, but the glass isn't curved enough.
Yep.
And even genuine glass, when I've taken them out, the rubber just sits a little bit proud there. Whereas, yeah, but this is sitting pretty good.
We did give that lip around there a little bit of a tap.
Yeah.
To make sure she was nice, so maybe that's just a little bit of difference it took.
Yeah, yeah. Again, you can see I went to use the hook tool and I went, no, I better use the tape.
The safety catch.
Yeah. Now you can see there, I've got a little bit of ooze coming out.
Yep.
And that's exactly how much you should get. Not too much. And that's after I've pressed on it. So once you go around it and press it all, you might get a little bit more ooze, and you want to see that, then you know you've got a good seal.
She sealed beautifully.
So, yeah. A lot of people wear gloves doing this. When I'm doing cutting out windscreens, I wear gloves, but not for things. I like having a feel in my
exactly
hands.
right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know. It's literally hands on.
yeah.
You know, gloves sort of. I don't know. They mask it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not in yet. There we go, that's in.
Just need that little bit of massage in.
Yeah. I've seen them pop out later on. They're not a real tight fitting chrome lock strip.
Yeah.
It's,
And it's the old deal, mate. Too.
yeah.
50 odd years ago when I just banged out of the factory.
That's right. And we've got to try and do our best to make sure it does look good, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we're all human.
That's it.
There are mistakes made, but you try and limit it.
And the thing is, mate, your trade's like ours. It's all cosmetic too.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know, people look at it, oh, why didn't that fit, or it doesn't look good,
And the good thing about it, you can't get AI to do what we're doing.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's starting to look the goods now, mate.
Yeah.
So you, mate, what, trucks, tractors, machinery, cars?
I don't do trucks. I don't do trucks like the big trucks. I do half screen trucks, but my main bread and butter is I do a lot of the dealerships with all the windscreens, and I travel. I do about 800 k's a week. So I'll go out to the outer skirts like Oakey, Crow's Nest, Millmerran, Pittsworth, Clifton, and that's my surround.
Righto.
And Gatton.
Yep.
So,
righto.
but I have days where I go out. But I'm usually fairly well booked out. So a week in advance, which has been really good. But sometimes it's hard because you want to help everyone, but you just can't.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
You know. So.
Yeah. No apprentices on board at the moment, mate?
No, mate, not at the moment, and there probably won't be at the moment because.
Hard to get a good one.
Well, not only that, The government doesn't give you any incentive to put anyone on anymore, so
Yeah, you've got to
it's really
wonder.
hard. And
Yep.
I sort of go to bed and I wake up in the morning. I actually sleep quite well, and I don't have to stress.
Yep. You know
So-
what I've done properly.
Yeah,
I'm not going to wait for the phone call.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a little bit like Mick and I mean, we've been down that road over the years, and it's very hard to get the guy that you want,
yeah,
unfortunately. And
I
as
mean-
you said, the government's not real good on the incentive side of it either.
yeah. That's right. So, do you want to just put that on my?
Sure, mate. Look, I'm the new apprentice, mate. Right?
Bit old school.
Yeah.
As I said before, this one had the chrome already in the screen, so we didn't have to worry about putting it in. But if it was all new gear, I would have waited till I fit the screen, and then I would have put the lock strip in. I've got a special tool for that.
And a lot of knowledge with it, mate, to know how to do it.
Yeah, it's you can scratch a lot of paint with them too.
I'll bet.
And as you're learning, we all do it.
Oh, that's life,
Yeah.
you know.
But I always say if I make a mistake, I don't want to do it again.
Well, you learn from those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Righto. Clean up stage.
Very nice. Bugger it, mate. You've made us now move to the next stage. Now we've got more work to do. We've got to get this trim in.
Yeah. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. There's always more work to do somewhere along the line. You got the charger to do next.
Yeah. Mate, I think at this stage we've got the charger. We've got a 67 fastback Stang.
Yep.
I've got a HK GDS. Actually, two of those.
Yeah, right.
And
Okay.
every day we get a phone call, can you please have a look at my car? We get them
Yeah.
from everywhere, all over
Yeah.
Australia.
Yep.
It's crazy. And we've got our own toys that we try to get done, but we can't even, get a chance to look at them.
Yeah, I've got one too, mate, and it's just so hard to get time
Yep.
to work on it. You start burning a candle at both ends then.
Yeah, I've done that for too long.
Yeah.
Workaholic for, well, basically forever.
Yeah.
So the brand of that one, mate,
Yep.
good glass.
PGI. Look, the problem with glass these days, it's all made in China. There's no choice. PGI, which is this one here, they closed down, I think, in the early 2010, maybe 2012, something like that.
Well, they're Australian.
Yeah, they were PGI were Australian, but all their products were from overseas, of course. But
Right.
when I first started, there was 3 brands of glass. There was Perfect Glass, PGI Protector Glass, and then NAGS, National Auto Glass, and they're the only ones alive around now. So you can get glass off O'Brien's, but we can't get glass for trade pricing.
Right, so
So-
full-blown retail.
Yeah, it's full-blown retail with them now, which is fair enough. That's why they went.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, that was a bit of a shocker there before when you said 10 grand for a bit of glass.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like even glass coming into the country, there's limited stock on different things, and you got to wait a few weeks for it. So it just makes it hard for that person that can't drive the car.
Yeah, real pain in the bum.
Yeah. So, well, I didn't show it last time when we did this, when we did the rear. So I use these little cotton daubers with a little bit of Caro, just to tad of Kero in it.
Oh, sneaky.
So you don't have to dampen a big rag in it. I'll just get rid of that water. I don't like a lot of water on a rag.
Yeah, doing it that way, mate, you don't end up with, you know, that little bit of cotton bud or
Yeah.
dauber, as you call it. You don't end up with the stuff wiped all over the car.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So you don't have to wipe too much.
Very clever. That's the go. And it just finishes it nicely,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. If you've got a sharp fingernail or a nice sharp chick stick, what we call those plastic sticks,
Yep.
you can go through and clean it up with that.
That works a treat.
Alrighty, I'll do the other side.
But the thing is, though, too, mate, the way you put that sealer on, you haven't overkilled it. It's
Yeah,
not
that's right.
everywhere.
And the more you put in, the more ooze you do get.
Yep.
So the least amount, and you just got to do enough to do the job. When you've been doing it for the amount of years I've been doing it, you learn, you get used to how much you get angry customers saying, "Oh, I've got ooze," and you go there and it has oozed out a fair bit. Right, next one I'll do, I'm going to try and limit how much seal, and you just get better at your job. But it's a willingness to learn on your trade.
Exactly right.
So
But yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, you're better off with having a little bit more than not enough.
yeah, that's right. Well, I always use gloves when I'm playing with Kero because it is soaking into your hands and stuff
True.
like that. So
That's the downside of our trade, mate. It's all chemical,
yeah,
and you're at it every day, and
Yeah.
you know, eventually it's got to take a toll somewhere.
oh, for sure, mate, for sure.
You know, I can remember back in the day when I was Michael's age, mate. You'd spray a car, if you had a pair of shorts and a bloody t-shirt.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
mask. You think nothing of it. Now, oh hell no, you wouldn't do that.
So now I've cleaned up the bulk of it. Kero again. I've got a bit of a fingernail there, so because I don't bite my fingernails, so I'll just run.
Just nice.
And you can see you pick it up. Go over it a couple of times.
No, that's sealed in beautiful, mate.
It's come up a treat. Come
has.
up really well. It's always worrying for a windscreen fitter if you don't know what the work's been done. Always ask of what work's been done. So I know these should have gone in nicely because I know the work's been done right.
Yep.
And I've been talking to you about it anyway. So,
Yep.
or if anyone's out there doing the same, learning off. Not saying I'm the best, but I just pride myself in my work.
Oh no, you're good at what you do. Simple as
Yeah.
that, mate. And like we said earlier, you got the passion.
Yeah, yeah. So you've done the bulk of the rubbing and all that with that little dauber. I try not to do too much rubbing on a nice fresh paint job like this.
The old principle: less is more.
Yep. On Monaros and HKs, HRs, there's a lot more sealer. So what I normally do is I put 2 widths of tape all the way around, and then I as I'm fitting it, then I'll go around and put a big heap of sealer around it. They've got to be sealed properly. They're a different sort of a fitment to what these are.
Better or worse, mate?
More technical, same sort of delicacy, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Like you're still on it. These are a lot easier. It's just that while you're roping them in, you can get a chrome popping out if you're not careful. So you just got to. It's just experience, you know. You know the signs when you're on the inside. Or that rubber come in pretty easy. Means you haven't clipped the chromes in properly.
Yeah, right,
so
gotcha.
they're another kettle of fish.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Now, if it was mine, I'd be real happy with the way they went in.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Righto, we've done that. We'll, now even though Kero's good for the paint, I don't like letting it sit there too long.
Yep.
Some generic stuff. Instead of spraying chemical or the windscreen cleaner all over, I like to put it on a rag.
Mate, many times back in the day, like years back, you get guys come in and they're slap happy, like squirts all over everything. They give it a quick wipe and leave, and you look at it and you think, well, now I've got to go and detail the thing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why usually on other cars that take more time to put in, I'll use more sealer. I will tape it all the way around.
Yep.
Like for instance, if this is a Monaro, I'd tape it all the way around.
Right.
Like that.
Yep.
And then put another one. So when you're scraping up all the, because I use a lot more seal, I use probably 1 tube of sealer on this, where I've used 1 for the whole screens on this. You can run along and get it all your seal, because you got to see a lot of ooze on those Monaros to make sure you get a good seal.
Right.
Otherwise they don't seal properly.
That work.
And I know that from experience. I've had one leak on me many years ago. So as I said, we all learn and we all stuff up, but
That's right.
you just limit it yourself as you're getting better.
Yep.
So
Mate, there's no way that's going to leak, I'll tell you right now.
No, it's come up quite well.
It had, like with this car, heater box and everything, where it had been in and out before and not sealed, and you know,
Yep.
we'll do it all now. The thing will be actually better to drive, be quieter.
Yeah.
The actual heater box will probably actually work, do its job. It's like these screens.
Yep.
You seal them, and everything just feels better. It feels right.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Righto, we'll just seal the bottom of it.
No, that rubber's in good nick. It's not, having a real issue there at all, mate.
No,
Right?
it's come up good.
Yep. Where to from here, Robbo? Big one, rest of the day? Or?
I've got 3 more to do. I've got a small little MPR truck to do, a Commodore that does QTCC racing
Okay.
down at Willowbank, which is a VZ Commodore. And then I've got to go to a mechanic up in Toowoomba, and I've got to, so that won't go any further. So we know that whoever did the sealing beforehand, I checked it before we put it in, it was all glued onto the what's the name. So I dare say at one stage they've used Sikaflex to glue that rubber on.
Ah, right.
So I can guarantee that won't leak. But I don't like putting in with Sikaflex. It's just not a good substance. It's not designed for what it is there.
Exactly.
Because it makes it hard to get the rubber off the screen when you break the screen. So, but
Wrong move.
Yeah, it's use the right tool for the right job. In other words, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Bit of foresight, but then these days a lot of guys couldn't care less. They just throw it in. There you go.
yeah, that's right. I put a little bit of moisture on there. It's easier to scrape up.
Yep.
And it doesn't stick to the other parts. So if I didn't put the water down, it would stick a bit to the glass and a bit to the rubber, and there's more cleaning up.
More tack.
Yeah. So as you can see, it's just come up nice and easy.
The little tips, mate.
Yeah. When does the rest of the interior go in?
Today.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we've got some new underlay to go in. We'll put the carpet in, back seat. Got a couple of kick panels and yeah, front seats, and mate, she's done.
Yeah.
The inside's done.
Whoever did the hood line did a great job.
Reg Renato.
Oh, right. Where's he from, mate?
He's in at Ipswich.
Oh, yeah.
Tirana guru, loves them.
Yep.
He's got 3 XU1s of his own.
Yep.
Been into it for many, many years, but he's like us. He's sort of onto it. He's pretty fussy, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a good name, well known, but trim-wise, yeah, he knows the stuff backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Even like that hood lining, that come from, he's had it manufactured in China.
Yep.
But the good China.
Yeah. Yeah.
The quality, and he's very, very meticulous. Like you said, it's nice and thin. It's the right grade.
Yeah.
He's onto it. He wants what's right.
The problem is there's not much that isn't made in China now. So
Correct.
you know, you got to deal with what you can deal with. You know.
Yep.
And if you want that true look of a genuine article, they're the things you got to do sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, he's had them specifically made, the right grains and everything.
Yep.
Because like everything now, you can't buy it here in Oz.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's had to go and source it over there. But yeah, he's done his homework. You know, I asked her, I don't know, I think it was a silly question. I said to him the other day, so can you trim my Silverado? He looked at me and just laughed and said, mate, I can't even do my own stuff. He's that busy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I was meant to have my wife's Tirana done for the Holden show last year. Yeah. And it won't be done this year either.
Oh dear.
But she understands, she's pretty good.
Yep. No, that's sitting in there. Just, it looks correct everywhere you've done that. It looks really good.
It actually fitted well. Easiest thing is to say that the reason why it did fit well, because they were in here to start with. So the rubber's probably needed over the years that it's been done. Even though I dare say, I reckon that rubber's only probably 2 or 3 years old before we took them out.
Yep.
Because they were really good. Anything older than that, I wouldn't have put them back in. I would have said to the owner, I just said, look, it'd be worthy of just putting in a new rubber, but they were fine.
Yeah.
They were great.
Beautiful.
They look as good as new, so.
Yeah, no, once that's detailed up, it's going to look a treat. Your little cart here, you've got one of everything on that.
Yeah.
I bet you got bits and pieces on there that you've made up yourself over the time.
Yeah, we have just different things over different years, and it's funny when you get to our age, you just wonder how we ever started doing this stuff and where we are now. You just go, you know, you pinch yourself and you go,
I know.
geez, well, I made it. You know.
I think when you're young and stupid, you just jump in and go hard and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, that's just about done for this one. Chrome looks good. All the windscreens sitted in properly. If anyone's got any dramas on their Tirana that you will or may have a problem with these corners, it could be, and I've even tried fitting this corner in first before that corner, and then it shifts the problem over to that corner. So. But for some reason it's like that, you might come across it and not have a problem. So hopefully you don't. So, but they fitted quite well, these ones. And the front and rear on these, I'm really happy with. I said I'm going to even take a couple of photos myself, I think. So,
mate.
Yep. Good on you, mate.
You're a good man. You've done a bloody good job.
Good on you, mate.
Appreciate your work. Thanks, bud.
No worries, mate. Thanks very much. And
we'll see you on the next one.
Will do.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, that's it for this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed Rob in this one. And Pops, did you enjoy that?
I did. I hope you guys learned something, because I learned a bit myself out of that, and I've fitted a few screens over the years.
He makes it look easy, hey?
He does. He's a guru, like I said, when it comes to this work. But hey, they're in. Love the job he's done. They fitted beautifully into the car.
As you can see, they're all in, but now we've just got to finish it now. We've got a couple more episodes to go on this car. You can see it's a little bit dirty, the screens, needs a bit of a clean, bit of a detail. So I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and hey, we'll see you in the next one.
And if you want to, give us a like, and don't forget, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
And if you need screens fitted, contact Rob if you're in this area.
Cheers.
Okay, catch you later.